On the fourth day of Advent, my penguin built for me a salon for Sims 3.
Another one?
Hey penguins, welcome back. This is my Advent build series where I'm making multiple different lots based on different prompts that I've put together at the start of November. So I've been working on these for quite a while. Today's prompt was a salon, which obviously came with ambitions, and for this one I've kind of thought I'm not going to do like a very typical salon. Basically, I just wanted to do something more like traditional. So I went with kind of a traditional barbers, which made me think, oh, that's like more masculine. So I wanted to make it like, you know, properly look like a barber shop. Obviously your female Sims, any Sims can go and to this salon as well. It's just that we don't really have that kind of thing at the moment in the game. So like I think ambitions came with two different salon lots. So one of them is like the typical one that gets just auto placed in no matter what like town you're in if you've got the ambitions pack installed, and then there's one that's actually part of Appaloosa Plains, which looks slightly different. Both of them have a place for tattoos, so I also incorporated a tattoo salon shop. What do you call it? A tattoo place anyway. I incorporated that into this build as well. So in this, they're not like one thing which is just does tattoos and hair and makeovers. You'll have the traditional barbers, and then next door I've got the tattoo salon, which is like a kind of rebel style, like grungy style tattoo place. I called that part of the build the ink house because I thought that kind of went with the look that I've gone for. So for now I'm just focusing on the like landscaping and initial sort of build. I tend to like to put down a little car park, and even though I didn't do it in this build, one of the things I sometimes do when I'm making a car park is I go into the debug object. So I use the debug cheat, and there's like little ready-made like cars parked in car spaces. So if you want the town to look more populated and like Sims are always at these places, that's a really good tip that I would say you should do that as well. I'm also placing some dumpsters outside. These are functional dumpsters. There are like decor dumpsters. I don't know why, to be honest. Maybe because the EA didn't want like every Sim to be dumpster diving in every single dumpster, but these ones are the functional ones. So when you dumpster dive in those, you can find like different sort of gems, you can find trash, you can find treasures. It's quite fun really. If you're playing like a rags to riches, that's quite a cool way to start, because there's usually something, if you're lucky enough to, you know, get you some money in the game just to start off really. And I tend to do that. The only thing I will say is, you might know anyway, but if you do that and you dumpster dive for a while, your Sims will start to smell bad. So either have a shower nearby, which I didn't put a shower in this lot because you wouldn't find a shower on in a salon, would you? Unless you would. I mean, I've never been to a hairdresser's or anything where there's a shower, so it's not necessarily a thing. But yeah, there's no shower on this lot, so if you go crazy dumpster diving, yeah, prepare to just be smelly for a little while. So that's what I will say. So at the moment I'm just creating the sort of skeleton for the build. I love those windows that came with Supernatural, the arch windows. There are some base game ones which are really similar, but I prefer these because they go down further and I really like that look. So the first two segments of the the build is going to be, that's the little traditional barbers, and then this little smaller unit is going to be the tattoo place. So that's kind of just how I imagined it for it, because in my mind I thought the salon things, the actual hairdressing units that you place are quite large. So I thought I'm gonna need like a decent amount of space to put that in, and then all just like the rest of the decor that makes it look kind of real. So I went with this pattern because I thought that like the red and white stripes and stuff really make me think barbers. That's kind of like a thing. They sometimes have that whirly thing outside, and obviously we don't have that in Sims, so I had to improvise. I had to make up my own thing basically. So that's what I decided to do for that. God, I hate it when I can't remember what the cheat is. It's the place freezes cheat. What I did there, and what I tend to do if I forget what an exact cheat is you can just bring up the cheat bar and then type in help. Like, help. I literally need help. So yeah, even after all these years I still don't remember what they are. So I mean you can go in that, you can just, you know, see what it is and put that in, then that's nice and easy. But yeah, I needed to place the freezers on because that little like foundation that I placed above is requires that cheat. You could, if you didn't want to do that one, you could alternatively do the constrained floor elevation cheat and just build the walls, put the stairs in and level up the floor, so you've got a small wall. But the place freezes thing is just easier if you're, you know, wanting that specific size. That's what I've always found anyway. So yeah, that's just a little trick if you didn't know that one anyway. But yeah, now I'm just recolouring the brick and stuff, which I did decide on this in the end. I was going to go in a bit of like a more like brighter orange colour brick, but yeah, this more muted one I think just looks a lot nicer. And yeah, I really enjoy picking like the different wallpapers and then putting the same brick pattern on, because some of them have like thin borders, some of them have like the wide edges. Yeah, I quite like to mix it up a little bit, and I think as long as you put the patterns on, it will look quite good, to be fair. It will look purposeful. So yeah, I'm doing like this green paneling because I think that looks kind of traditional in my mind. That's quite a nice like thing to have on the outside. Obviously they can look really good on the inside, and what I did decide to do was incorporate that a little bit on the internal build as well, because yeah, it can just look good on both really. There wasn't a sign that I loved that looked like a barber thing for like the board sign, so I just went with this blank one, and then I used that one from Ambitions for the outside of the tattoo one. But yeah, I thought because I was going for like a greenish colour for the outside, it kind of went really, so that's why I like to do that one. And then I've placed these signs here, so they also came with Ambitions, and they've got loads of different swatches. So some look like they're indicating it's a tattoo place. I think one's got like planets and stuff, and I sometimes use that for like the elixir shops and stuff. And then there's one with I think it's like a crocodile on it. I'm not really sure 100% what the crocodile represents, but I sometimes put that outside pubs. I don't know if you use them and if you've got your favourite one, but I kind of just like to have them because they're not like functional in the game, it's just decor, but it is literally just like a little sign that, you know, shop sign or something, so I quite like that really. Recently I did download some CC that I think is Sims 4 signs, so it had like one for the little art shop and like a proper pub sign that looked like it had like a dog and a duck on it or something, and they're really cute. Again, in this build, not using any CC, it's just the standard expansion packs, stuff packs base game, and actually no store content. As we go through the build, I'll let you know if I did use any store content, but off the top of my head, I didn't use any in this build because I didn't really need it, to be fair. If you've got ambitions, that pack more or less comes with everything you need, which makes sense, right? Because that is what the Salon build actually was, you know, part of that pack, so that makes sense to me. But it's good, at least, like, you know, when you get that pack, you really can make the thing with just that if you wanted to. Obviously I do include a lot of other packs as well because I have got them to use. So I'd say my other most used pack for this build was the University Life one, because I know that I use like the seating and stuff from it. I just like the sort of, again, like the academia look. It really fits in with the traditional sort of look I was going for. So yeah, I think that looks good in the end. I'm just putting these like borders almost outside the shops, because again, I think that just like highlights that they're different sort of establishments, like different builds in one, basically. So yeah, that's what I've done with that. And then I'm just copying and pasting the windows. Like, I know that's a little bit lazy, but also it looks good together. So, you know, I mean, I think it's like, yeah, it could have probably looked better if I'd have switched up the windows a bit, but you'll have to let me know what you think. I mean, I just sometimes think that a build doesn't need too much of a mix of things, because it can look a little bit messy. Not that it definitely does, but sometimes it's just nice to use the same things to have some sort of like balance with the build. So yeah, like I say, I used the paneling on the inside, and I also did use the brick on the inside as well. I'm just placing some things now that I think I'm gonna want to use more in this area of the build, because sometimes I like to sort of, it's like almost like, you know, laying it all out so that you know what you're going to use and they're your materials almost. I don't know if you build like that. Sometimes, like if I'm in a folder and I'm like, oh yeah, I really want to use all this stuff from like University Life or something, I literally just place everything down from that folder. So yeah, that's kind of what I do. For this flooring, because there's not like an actual, not technically, there's not a herringbone flooring, I sometimes do this to make it kind of look like it. It looks a bit zigzaggy also, but I don't mind that, to be fair. Occasionally, and I don't know if you do this when you get buildings, you get that little like spot in the corners where it goes dark because the ground isn't technically level. But if you just do what I did there and pull the build out and push it back in again, it will correct that. It's just like a little like glitch that sometimes happens, because when I started this build, I didn't press the level terrain tool, which is so helpful if you want everything to be even, and you really should do that if you feel like there might be like a little bump somewhere in the map or something. But yeah, for this I didn't do it because I forgot, so I had to just do that bit just to make sure it was even, but it can be done. Also, if you start building on terrain that isn't even, and you've just realised halfway through and things aren't working and you can't build walls, if you use the constrained floor elevation cheat there and just level out the floor, you can do it that way. Some things might need to be moved around and other levels, but it can be done. You don't have to like ditch the build and start all over again. It's just a little bit fiddly. Like, my tip is just definitely make sure the terrain that you're building on, if you want it to be flat, if you don't, I mean, some people like to build on levels and stuff, which is fine, but if you want it to be flat, just use the terrain flattener, because it's just going to make your life easier. And like I say, I forgot, so my life was hard. But yeah, with this, I'm just using the move objects cheat now to kind of make kind of like a fake countertop, because obviously we don't have countertops without the actual counter units, and when like you know, you say you were sat there, you'd have room to put your legs under technically. I mean, it's not really to be used, to be honest. It's more for just the decor, for the look of the place. But yeah, I'm using the shelves from Into the Future, and what I do, because the shelves from Into the Future come with like underlaid light, like it's like you could recolor the light that comes under it, because it looks futuristic, so you could have like a shelf with blue lighting underneath it. But if you don't want the light to be like, you know, you don't want it to be underlit, you can just change the lighting colour to black when you're recoloring it, and that should basically get rid of the light that it emits from it. So that's what I did with this, because I didn't really want it to be underlit. I just want it to look like a shelf, like counter unit, and then I placed all the like the mirrors and all the like what looks like the barber stuff on top, and then I used like the chairs that came with the Ambitions pack to make like because I think they look like little salon chairs, and I'm sure that was the idea of it. So yeah, and I'm now just like in the pets folder, picking out some items from that. Like I say, sometimes I'll go in a folder and it will just give me inspiration of like, oh, I want to use all this stuff, because I think again they just went with like the traditional look of this barber shop. I have also included the little foosball table, because obviously if your Sim's waiting to use the makeover station, they've got something to do then, which, you know, I'm not sure if that's totally realistic, but you know, I think they would like a little bit of entertainment. I think they will appreciate that. So yeah, that's just something I wanted to do there. I'm just making the toilets now for the lot, because I do find it's just less stressful to have toilets on most community lots, because obviously the needs will deplete while you're there and you've got somewhere to go, and also like the staff have somewhere to go to the toilet then and everything. So yeah, you're not going to end up with like puddles everywhere, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I think that's quite useful really. So yeah, I've just put like the basics in there is what I'd say. Like, it's not like a jazzy bathroom, it's just like, yeah, just what you need, again with like the set matching colour scheme. So I've gone with a lot of browns and greens and sort of goldish colours for this, because in my mind they're quite traditional colours, so that's kind of where I was coming from with that. So yeah, I've basically just been like moving stuff around, because I don't know if you go into a build knowing exactly what you do, or if you make it up there and then, but I'm a make it up there and then type of girl, okay? Like, I don't think that's a great thing. Like, sometimes it's like really annoying, because you know, I'll just be building it and then realise that I've really messed up because this layout doesn't work with something, so I've effectively got to redo it. But I do find like the whole, I guess like trial and error approach really helps me, because I'm just sort of imagining it on the spot, and that's kind of what I like to do. Occasionally, like before I start a build, I'll look on Pinterest as well. That's a good tip if you're like struggling for inspiration, because if you think, I know what I want to make, like say you're like, I want to make a barbers, but you're like, I have no idea what that looks like, just yeah, look it up. What I will say though, and you've probably noticed it too if you've got Pinterest, it is flooded with AI images now, so it might not, like those images you find straight off might not be true to what they are. And at one point it was like saying at the bottom of an image if it was an AI image, but now I swear I click on them and they don't say it's an AI image, but it definitely is. Like, you know, that I know AI is getting more advanced and it's technically able to like make things look more realistic and stuff, but there's still something very uncanny about it, and I'm not a fan. Like if I'm looking for an image, I want to see the real thing. I mean, like I might even have to go back to using Google Images, but even that's probably like swamped with AI stuff now, which is so annoying because like, yeah, if you want inspiration, a lot of the time you just want it from a photo, like, or a regular, you know, someone's hard work has gone into like, you know, illustrating something or taking a real photo which looks really good, and then you've got AI ruining it all. It's just very annoying. And like, yeah, like I say, I have got tricked by it occasionally, and then I'll be like in the middle of something and I'll be like, hang on a minute, this isn't like making any sense, and that's because AI is just kind of mushing stuff together. It's not calculating it precisely. So yeah, it's not for me. So yeah, I don't know. It's I mean, let me know if you've had that issue too, if you're getting like really fed up with all these like you know, apps and things that you used for images and inspo just getting flooded with AI, and now you kind of don't have anything to use that's like that reliable anymore. I mean, I don't know if Pinterest has a setting that like you can turn off AI images. I can't find it, I don't know, but yeah, you'll have to let me know if that's a thing, because I would really love if that was a thing, because it's getting so annoying. But yeah, I don't know, you might not have noticed it before, and now I've just highlighted it, you might be like, oh damn, every picture is AI. But yeah, it's annoying. I just don't think that there should be things like that on platforms like that. It's just like, why would people look for AI images specifically? It wouldn't be a thing. Like, people don't need them, and it's not like, you know, there's not enough images so we've got to fill it with something. There's loads of images out there of things, but yeah, just be mindful, because like, you know, AI just creates like stupid things sometimes, and you don't get the reality of it, and it's just, yeah, it's annoying. Like, you know, I know that's how the world's going, but to me it's just sad, because yeah, especially with stuff that's creative, especially with like, you know, art and like pictures and everything like that. I don't think AI should be, you know, used as heavily as it is these days. I feel like kind of, yeah, I feel for kids really these days that probably are tempted to use it for like essays and stuff. I imagine, like, you know, for me growing up without it, like, thank God, like, you know what I mean, I'm glad I didn't, because it seems like it's just like taking over, and people are gonna start relying on it for everything. Like, I saw a joke video the other day when a guy goes into a flower shop and he's asking his phone, like ChatGPT or something like that, what to say. Like, a guy goes like, you know, can I help you? And he's like, a guy's just asked me if he can help me, what do I say? And like the AI is like telling him what to say. It was just a joke thing, but like, maybe that's where the world's heading to. Like, maybe people aren't going to know what to do anymore. So I don't know, it's getting a bit much. But yeah, you'll have to let me know, like, if you use AI a lot or what. I don't know. For me personally, it's a no, because I don't need it day to day, and I don't feel like it's an improvement on a lot of levels. Like, you know, like, especially like I say, in the creative world. I don't know, maybe it's got better uses in like science and medical stuff and things like that, but also, how much can you trust it, you know what I mean? Sometimes I've asked questions in the past and been like, what is this answer? So I would not trust it. I just wouldn't rely on it, and yeah, I don't know. So now we're just moving on to the tattoo side of the build. So I placed that like, it's like a light grill thing from, I think it's from Showtime. Sometimes I put that in my builds as a radiator type thing. It kind of looks to me like the bathroom radiators, but obviously you don't get radiators in the standard Sims. I have actually downloaded some CC radiators, because again, it's just little details like that I'm like, they're not in the game, so you know, downloading them makes so much sense. Like I'm not looking to replace like the standard things that you get ample of in the game. It's just the things that you don't get enough of. So that's why, yeah, I've started looking at that side of things really. I'm just placing the those with like the air shaft, the air conditioner units, I don't know, but they're like the filter things that go on the ceiling, and that's from Late Night. I quite like to use those. It gives a build like a really industrial look. They can be a bit fiddly to get them the right way, but it reminds me of that pipe game. I don't know if anyone ever played that when they were younger. Like it's like a game where you connect the pipes and then the water goes through. But yeah, I mean, I grew up in the 90s. That's what we did for fun. So but yeah, I think it was good to be honest. Yeah, I'm just putting like a little seating area because yeah, I think that when your Sims are waiting for getting a tattoo done, if they're not playing foosball next door, they've got somewhere to sit at least. I made it look like there was a little kind of reception desk sort of thing, so you know, the woman can be like, do you have an appointment? That was just such a terrible impression. I'm so embarrassing. Okay, but yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking of. And yeah, again, I feel like I used a lot of the Ambition stuff to make this look like a tattoo place, but also I think it's like the Late Night signs, because like I say, I wanted to make it look more like grungy, a bit punky, and I really like using those signs to give it that effect and stuff. So I thought they looked good, and I thought they also kind of looked like what an idea for a tattoo might be. Like someone might be like, yeah, can I get that wolf with the moon please, or can I get the guitar? Like I thought that was like something. But yeah, you'll have to let me know like if that would be a thing, because I haven't got any tattoos and I've never been in a tattoo place before, so I don't know. Like I'm using some images as references and just the top of my head, because this is just what I imagine it to look like. So I've actually placed the tools from Fastlane. It's not to scare you, it's not to make it look like a flipping like Frankenstein operation in there, but obviously you use like needles and stuff, and there isn't anything like that in the Sims, the regular Sims. So I just put the tools behind because that's meant to look like, I don't know, like the ink selection. It is not meant to look like, you know, you get in there and you sit on the chair and then like getting out a drill and stuff. Like, sorry if it comes off like that, but I just didn't have anything else, you know. That was like what I thought looked good. Like looking back at it as well, what I could have placed is the bottles from University Life that look like, I don't know, I think they're meant to be like liquor bottles, but they also can look like shampoo bottles, or they could potentially, I guess, look like ink bottles. So I could have used them. Did I use them? No, I didn't, because I forgot. But just an option if you download this build and want to add them in or change things up. I like to give ideas because I don't necessarily expect people to download it and keep it exactly as it is. Like if you want to do that, that's fine, but it's just sometimes because I think of things after the fact, that's kind of why I like to give more ideas out, because I'm like, okay. Also, I did play test this lot, so you can get around the chairs and everything. You can sit on like the tattoo chairs, you can go to all the makeover stations, and it all functions perfectly, so that's good. But yeah, we've come to the end of the video, so if you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, let me know what you think. And yeah, that was the last part of this build. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye!